The recurring theme with St. John's baseball coach Sam Fischer is that everything circles back to the kids. Even the story of how he was hired in fall 2019, he explains in part 2 of No Days Off. So you're at BG, coaching JV. You head over to Central Catholic as an assistant coach there. How do you wind up as the varsity coach at St. John's?
This job opened up and I coached a bunch of kids in the summer that played for St. John's. And they kept saying, Coach Fish, you got to go for the job. Just go for the job. And I thought, no, there's no way. I got 2 years under my belt. And
the kids said that.
The kids, yeah. And then I got great response from parents and just great support. And then I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to try this. I put my name in. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have thought it would have happened. I wouldn't have thought anything about it. But God puts you where he wants you.
How much convincing did it take?
It was a lot. I don't think it was a fault on anybody to. It wasn't like I was overlooked or anything, but I was very inexperienced. I still am inexperienced, if you could say that. And there's other great coaches in this area that put their names in. They wanted to take this program. They wanted to do things with this program. It's a great program. It took a little bit of pushing. I'm sure there was some hesitation, some doubt. I'm sure throughout this season, and honestly, the season getting canceled last year, there was still some doubt with it. But, after this year, not because of how we finished, not because of how things, our record, nothing like that. We won the league, we co-champs of the league, none of that. I think just people saw what we're trying to do, and they like it. And hopefully now that doubt's gone and we can just ride with it now.
Why did those kids ride for you like that?
They bought in. Amazing group of kids. I can't say enough in a matter of this to say like how I feel about them. I don't care so deeply for them because of the baseball. I care deeply because of who they are as people and young men. And without me like getting emotional and all that, they're awesome kids. So great group to start this out. I can't thank them enough for it.
You can see how much you care about them, but they have to care about you because they wanted you for this job. What is it about the coaching style? Or just about you that's different?
I always tell them I'll take this group any day. That was our thing. I think they just knew how much we as a staff, not just me, we as a staff cared about them as people. There's stuff that happens baseball-wise, but they're kids. There's stuff that happens in their life, and we care about that. And I want to care about that because it's bigger than baseball. Outside of the baseball strategy and all that, this game is filled with failure. You can't focus on mistakes, so we just talked a lot about moving forward and accepting failure, accepting mistakes in order to limit them. Just like in life, you make a mistake, you gotta move on. And what do you do when you move on? Do you hang with it? Do you sit with your air? Do you sit with your bat at bat? Or do you move on and keep playing? And then the main and most important thing, something my dad and my coaches told me growing up, is smile. Have fun and smile, because you're still playing a game, and you're lucky enough to be playing it.
They say sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains.
Yeah.
Or I guess sometimes there's a pandemic and nothing happens.
Yeah.
That was your first year.
Yeah.
How did you handle that?
Well, I remember pulling in for practice 3 weeks before the season's about to start, and our AD coming and saying, the season's shut down for 3 weeks. What's going on with the world, What's happening? What's going on? Not having a season, and when it finally got canceled and everything, the hurt I saw in the seniors from last year, that's when it was like, man, how are we going to handle this? How are we going to move forward with this? But we just got right back to work. The summer season picked up. I coached in the summer, and it picked up, and I felt better about it. And then when we were able to get back to work as a staff, that's when our talks started to happen, like, don't take the game for granted. Like, to be taken like that. Like, with an injury, with a pandemic, clearly it can end in the blink of an eye. The pressure was gone because it's like we're getting to play. And we had a lot of kids that had brothers that graduated last year. So they were around to see this awesome year and to see everything happen, and that was for them too.
Does last year lay the groundwork for this year?
Absolutely, absolutely.